President Bola Tinubu inaugurates General Christopher Musa into Federal Executive Council as new Defense Minister takes oath of office. The Senate receives more list of ambassadorial nominees as President Tinubu transmits career and non-career ambassadors nominees for screening and confirmation. Nigeria's First Lady applauds women in police force for walking through gender barriers with excellent service home and abroad in the last 7 decades. Hello and welcome to the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. We're reaching you live from Abuja. I am Comfort Fashim. President Bola Tinubu has assured the global community that Nigeria remains fully committed to promoting peace, harmony and prosperity across borders by strengthening partnerships to resolve emerging challenges. The president gave the assurance after receiving letters of credence from 17 ambassadors and 4 high commissioners at the Council of Chamber of the State House. State House correspondent Musbao Denwahab reports.
It is the largest number of envoys ever received at once by President Bola Tinubu. They are from Japan, Republics of Chad, Gabon, Turkey, the State of Palestine, Kingdom of Spain, Indonesia, Mauritania, Austria and Thailand. Others include People's Republic of Bangladesh, Sweden, Czech Republic, Liberia, Ghana, India, Poland, Italy, Slovak, Iran and Barbados. President Bola Tinubu says Nigeria values the long-standing friendship and strategic partnerships across all regions of the world. He notes that the government remains focused on strengthening democratic institutions, driving economic reforms, and creating an enabling environment for investments, innovation, and sustainable development. The President believes that the new set of envoys will continue to work with the government of Nigeria to expand cooperation and partnership in areas of mutual interest.
We therefore encourage deeper engagement with Nigeria in trade, energy, agriculture, education, technology, defense, cooperation, and cultural exchange. The global and across the world.
New Japanese Ambassador Suzuki Hideo, on behalf of other envoys, expresses admiration for what he described as the visionary leadership of President Bola Tinubu and steadfast commitment to economic transformation.
Nigeria's constructive role within ECOWAS in promoting regional stability and democratic governance continues to reaffirm its great leadership on the African continent. Nigeria today stands as a beacon of resilience and promise. Mr. President, honorable ministers, Nigeria and countries represented here today are united by a set of fundamental values, including an open and inclusive international order underpinned by a strong commitment to democratic governance and rule of law.
The Presidential Guards Brigade honored the 21 new envoys, respectively. From the State House, Musbao Denwahab, NTA News.
Also, President Bola Tinubu has transmitted to the Senate 2 lists of career and non-career ambassadors nominees for screening and confirmation. The 2 lists of 34 career and 31 non-career ambassadors contain names of some notable Nigerians. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports.
The executive communication of the ambassadorial nominees read at plenary by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, this Thursday appears updated. Notable names like the immediate past sole administrator of Rivers State, Ete Bas, former Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dambazo, and Senator Itainang are among the nominees. The request was referred to the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, bringing to 68 ambassadorial nominees for screening. Plenary featured the second reading of bill that seeks the transfer of all social welfare programs to the Humanitarian Affairs Ministry.
To ensure that only genuine vulnerable households benefit from it. This bill mandates the maintenance of a register of beneficiaries and graduates, ensuring transparency,
devise ways and means of bringing them out of poverty. Just like what China did in the early 80s.
There's a preparation in respect to a very big program that will bring succor to our people at the world levels, where a lot will benefit from that program. I know very soon we shall hear from the President in respect of this program.
Senate is also amending the Banks and Financial Institutions Act for effective regulation of online financial transactions.
Is to create a statutory basis for the central bank to designate fintechs, payment intermediaries, digital lenders, and other technology-enabled financial service providers as systemically important institutions where their operations pose systemic risk, data or national security implications.
Insurance coverage for their operations is paramount, because when there is high risk and there is high return, and the possibility of that system collapsing is very high.
And when it's enacted to law, it will also enable Nigeria to have more revenue.
When this framework is done and is implemented, you will see that Nigerians earn as much as their counterparts in other countries.
Senate adopted a motion urging federal governments to address lead poisoning in parts of Lagos and Ogun states, as it also appealed for the extension of Akure-Ore road rehabilitation to Okitipupa Igbokoda in Ondo State, as moved by Senator Jimoh Ibrahim.
Excluding Ore, Okitipupa Igbokoda roads from the ongoing federal government repairs effectively overlooked the only federal highway serving the oil community zone in the area, thereby marginalizing more than 2 million residents.
Senate has passed the Nigeria Police Force Pension Board Establishment Bill to exit the police from the contributory pension scheme. From the National Assembly, Lami Ali, NTA News.
General Christopher Musa has been sworn in as the new Defense Minister of the Government of the Federation. President Bola Tinubu inaugurated the retired general into the Federal Executive Council at the Presidential Villa. A State House correspondent, Musbadan Wahab, reports.
Here is an assignment that could not wait much longer. The President, as much as Nigerians are longing for better results of improved security of lives and properties. General Christopher Musa, nominated by the President on Tuesday, expressly screened and confirmed by the Senate on Wednesday, is here for inauguration on Thursday. President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and other key players joined the President to witness this moment. General Musa dropped the khaki he was used to for 34 years barely a month ago, following his relief as the Chief of Defense Staff. He's back in a familiar terrain in seemingly a civilian khaki to lead the Nigerian defense from an executive position.
So help me God. Amen. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulatory handshakes for the latest minister, but the expectation is a hand that will shake the enemies of state to surrender or perhaps be taken out. The Minister of Defense immediately received briefing from the Commander-in-Chief. Drastic and fruitful actions are expected.
I just met Mr. President and he reiterated his mind on the aspect that we must make sure that Nigeria is secure. Nigerians should go back and sleep with their eyes closed, go back to their farms, schools open without being molested, everyone being carried together to make sure that Nigeria continues to grow in line with the renewed program of the Mr. President.
And the minister says he is ready to give back to Nigerians who expect so much from him.
My immediate priority is to make sure that defense takes its place fully in the country. The synergy between the armed forces, and other security agencies, and all Nigerians being carried along, as we have always said, that security is everybody's responsibility.
The appointment of General Christopher Musa as Minister of Defense is stirring renewed expectations and scrutiny. Discussing expectations from the new minister on Good Morning Nigeria, analysts said the real test will be how well he strengthens coordination. Ekene Williams tells us more.
General Christopher Musa arrives at the Ministry of Defense with a reputation shaped in the field, from leading Operation Lafia Dole to commanding the multinational Joint Task Force. His appointment has raised hopes that his operational background will translate into clearer strategy and stronger security outcomes. But analysts say experience alone won't be enough. What Nigeria needs, they insist, is seamless cooperation between the armed forces and the civilian arm of the ministry.
All these components come together, all these different levels of exposure. It helps you understand things from different perspectives.
Let there be no stereotypes of that would depend on anybody wanting to prove a point, or rather to cooperate with the minister and let him deliver what the nation expects at this time.
He also needs to have the full support and collaboration of the civilian staff of the Ministry of Defense.
Argue that part of rebuilding trust is communication, timely briefings, transparent updates on missions, and a communication structure that keeps citizens informed rather than guessing.
When they have as a military man, and with his experience, he wants to be swift. He wants to deliver the bank quickly. No one should use bureaucracy to slow him down.
Beyond strategy and firepower, the analyst wants the new minister to place greater focus on welfare of men, from equipment to mental health, insisting that no security reform is complete unless the men and women in uniform feel supported. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
Let's take a short break. More news when we return.
Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year is here. This festive season, enjoy extra savings on luxury and comfortable sofa sets, modern and functional dining sets, sophisticated and smart bed sets, and our royal collections. Classy, premium, and truly exclusive. Shop 10 million naira and receive a complimentary Daisy tea set. Spend 15 million and take home a 65-inch smart TV. Go higher at 20 million and experience unmatched comfort with our exclusive massage chair. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online. It's big, it's bold, it's unforgettable. It's Baffy Furniture's legendary final sale of the year.
This is NTA News 24.
The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Abbas Tajuddin, is urging the new Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, to bring his wealth of experience to bear towards better security of life and property in Nigeria by galvanizing resources and manpower. Speaker Abbas, in a statement, congratulates General Musa on his appointments by President Bola Tinubu and confirmation by the Senate. The Speaker, who enjoins the new minister not to disappoint the country, notes that the President demonstrated deep patriotism and good leadership in recognizing General Musa's competence, while also commending the Senate for a thorough screening before the minister's confirmation. The House of Representatives also wants urgent procurement of security equipment to enable the Nigeria Police Force tackle the nationwide emergency declared by President Bola Tinubu. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Igbe reports that this is one of several resolutions adopted by lawmakers at Thursday's plenary.
The security emergency declared by the president naturally comes with expectations for results, and lawmakers harp on the need for deployment of state-of-the-art security equipment to boost the capacity of the Nigeria Police Force at combating security threats. The House has asked the Nigeria Police Trust Fund to come up with a comprehensive plan to upgrade and deploy critical equipment across police divisions and security formations nationwide, urging the Federal Ministry of Finance to expedite the procurement processes,
including tenders, vendors evaluation, contract awards, and procurement of vehicles, surveillance and communication equipment, prioritize distribution of equipment and logistics assets to high-risk and conflict-prone zones identified in the Security Emergency Declaration.
On the alleged removal of computer science and some foundational subjects from the revised secondary school curriculum, the House called on the Federal Ministry of Education to rescind the decision.
It is worrisome that at a time when the world is going digital, especially in the educational sector, and Nigeria is trying to catch up, that you remove a fundamental subject like computer science. How will such students learn the basis?
Removing computer science at this jet age from our school curriculum, I don't think it makes sense.
Lawmakers sought investigation into the revocation of more than 4,000 mining licenses from 2023 to date without adequate notice.
Worried that Section 5 of the Mining Act mandates that license holders must be given adequate notice, fair hearing and compliance timelines before revocation, and such action must be justified.
The House also expressed concern that the Abakaliki-Obubara Federal Highway has become a death trap owing to its deplorable conditions.
Urge the federal government, through the Federal Minister of Works, a matter of necessity, to mobilize the contractor back to the site in order for them to immediately commence the construction of the abandoned Abakaliki-Iko-Ofurekpe and Obubara Road.
A bill for an act to repeal the National Identity Management Commission Act and provide for establishment of National Identity Database and the National Identity Management Commission was passed after consideration by the Committee of the Whole. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Igbe, NTA News.
Also, the House of Representatives has issued a 72-hour ultimatum to the coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Dennis Otuaro, to appear before its Public Accounts Committee to respond to audit queries involving over 26 billion naira. Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Bamidele Salami, in a statement following its public hearing, notes that the queries emanated from the Auditor General of the Federation's reports under review in Parliament. The committee urges the principal officers of the program to appear before the House to defend the audit queries. In line with the 2024 Abuja Declaration by African heads of state seeking homegrown solutions to tackle the continent's security challenges, the Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, under the Ministry of Defense, is partnering with the Nigerian Security Exhibition and Conference to host a major security expo. The exhibition serves as a strategic platform to showcase indigenous technologies and innovations built to address national and regional security needs. It also aims to expand industry networks, attract investments, and deepen collaboration across the defense ecosystem.
To showcase Nigeria evolving defense industrial capabilities while opening opportunity for investment, industrial partnership, research exchanges, and local capacity development.
Nigeria offers a dynamic market. It is a strategic gateway to the continent. We encourage you to partner with DICON and Nigeria innovators to create the next generation of defense solutions.
The nature of conflict continues to change, and the means of resolving these conflicts continue to change.
So we do not expect that how to fight this warfare will not change. So this expo at this time with this theme is apt, so that we can now think ahead, look forward. How do we do things today? Is it the same way we do things tomorrow?
The event is expected to bring together key stakeholders committed to advancing state and regional developments of military hardware. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, under the leadership of Gbenga Komolafe, has been acknowledged for raking in a record 8.79 trillion revenue for the Federation between January and October 2025. FARC records from the November 2025 meeting reveal that NUPRC remitted 873.10 billion naira in October alone, a 17.67% rise from September's 741.99 billion naira, following stronger royalty enforcement, enhanced data reconciliation, and improved monitoring of off-stream operations. Experts in the oil and gas sector see the latest revenue figures as a reflection of deliberate tightening of administrative and fiscal control at the Commission. It is also a clear commitment to
The inauguration of the Enugu Model Veterinary Hospital marks the second facility in the series established under the National Coordinating Office of the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project. The hospital is designed to provide world-class veterinary services aimed at enhancing food security, boosting livestock productivity, and ultimately improving the economic well-being of households that rely on the livestock industry.
Stands as a testament to what is possible when vision, policy, and partnership converge. This facility is designed to significantly enhance animal health service in Enugu State and across the Southeast region.
Both the Minister of Livestock Development and the Governor of Enugu State described the facility as a game changer for an industry long neglected, promising a brighter and more prosperous future for the sector.
When the renewal agenda was unveiled by Mr. President, it challenged every sector to break away from old limitations, from old traditions. In the livestock industry, that challenge has translated into concrete action, modern facilities, strengthened veterinary systems, and direct support for the millions of Nigerians whose livelihoods depend on livestock.
Agriculture as one of the fastest and easiest tools and routes to achieving the migration of our people from poverty to prosperity.
An ambulatory service has also been launched to deliver veterinary care to hard-to-reach areas accessible at the simple dial of a phone call. In Enugu, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Women in energy, oil and gas have joined global stakeholders to mark World Nuclear Energy Day 2025 with the theme From Concept to Reality, Advancing Nuclear Solutions for Africa's Sustainability. Suleiman Abdul Wahab reports that the event focused on how nuclear technology can support Africa, especially Nigeria, in achieving reliable, clean and affordable electricity.
Nuclear energy, a clean and reliable power source produced through controlled atomic reactions, is increasingly seen as a solution to global electricity challenges. With the growing relevance, women in energy, oil and gas, partners, industry stakeholders in commemorating World Nuclear Energy Day 2025.
It's the beginning of a new chapter where women, experts, policymakers, industry leaders, diplomats, young professionals and global partners come together with one shared conviction.
We are committed to ensuring that as this technology advances, they do so with higher standards of safety, security, transparency, and collaboration.
Continue to invest in education, research, international partnerships, and professional development across diverse energy disciplines, including emerging fields that will shape the future.
Speakers highlighted Nigeria's rising energy demand and the growing interest in modern nuclear technologies, such as small modular reactors.
We remain committed to ensuring that as Nigeria explores peaceful nuclear technologies, The security architecture is robust, intelligence-driven, and resilient.
Nuclear energy is not just limited to electricity generation. It cuts across some sectors in our economy as well. It cuts across water resource management.
So something coming in to complement gas to power, something like nuclear technology. That's one of the renewables. The women are bringing that to the fore.
As World Nuclear Energy Day 2025 wrapped up, stakeholders reaffirmed that embracing nuclear technology, bringing the continent closer to a clearer and more sustainable energy future. In Abuja, Suleiman Tobu Abdul Wahab, NT News.
That is it on the news. Thank you for joining us. I am Comfort Fashion.